So you go out to your car and you notice you've got a flat. This is a nightmare scenario that we've all been in at least once or twice. However, this doesn't really need to be that big of a deal. Plugging your tire is definitely the easiest way to get back on the road. I've never had a problem with any of the tires I've ever plugged. Not saying it couldn't happen, but it hasn't happened to me. And I've plugged a lot of tires. So the first step is locating where the puncture is. Most of the time it's going to be pretty easy to tell where the air is coming out of, although it's not always that easy. But in this situation it is, because you can see the screw going through it right here. And I'm actually using some gardening shears to pull it out. I would have used a Phillips head to try to unscrew it, but the top of the screw was too filed down, so I just had to make the best of it. But don't worry, if you don't have gardening shears, you can just use whatever's laying around. A flathead screwdriver, a fork, literally anything you can use to get the nail or screw out of your tire is what you need to use. And once you've pulled the object out of your tire is going to start deflating rapidly. This is okay. Don't panic. Now, sometimes you can get it done before the tire actually deflates all the way, and if you can, that's great, but it's not necessary. You're gonna have to put air in the tire as soon as you're done regardless. Now, in any standard tire plug kit, you're gonna have two tools. The first one, which is what I'm holding here, you use to clean out the hole, get any sort of debris out of the way, and make sure that it's as close to a perfect circle as you can before you put the plug in. You may have to actually widen the hole out a little bit. I try not to overdo this though, because I would rather have my plug be too tight than too loose. You definitely don't want it falling out on the road. The next thing you want to get out of your tire plug kit is the second tool. It should look almost exactly like the first tool, except this one has an eye at the top. You take that little piece of sticky rubbery stuff and you put it in that eye and stick it in the hole in your tire that you just finished widening out. Now this actually is a lot easier if there's still air in the tire, because then the tire won't bend in while you're trying to push this piece of metal through it. But regardless, you can still make it work. You might just have to fight with it for a little bit. Plugging a tire does require a moderate amount of strength, but you definitely don't need to be some sort of strongman or bodybuilder. Pretty much anybody can make this happen. But you definitely will need some stick-to-itiveness and patience. Now, once you've got that second tool with the eye in it and that piece of rubber both jammed inside of the hole, rip it out. The black rubbery stuff should stay stuck in the hole. After that, you can cut off the excess, spray it with some soapy water to make sure that there's no air bubbles. Experts would suggest that you should get this tire repaired professionally, so I guess you should do that if you can. As you can see, this tire has definitely seen better days, and now that it's got a plug in it, I am going to go ahead and get a new tire. However, if everything else was fine with this tire, I wouldn't feel that uncomfortable riding around in it with a plug for a pretty long period of time. But that's just me. You do you. Knowing how to do this has gotten me out of several jams where I would have been pretty stranded otherwise. And when you need it, I hope this knowledge will be there to help you too. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.